Yeah. Um, so to say about myself, I started homeschooling, I mean, open learning to be precise, when I was after my seventh grade. Till then I was in school, and then after that, me and my parents had this idea that there's much beyond school. It's not like it's the only thing you can do. So that's when we got this idea, and yeah, that's how it started. And yeah, it has been a wonderful journey so far.
Yeah. So would you like to share that, like when I was sharing, there is this whole pressure that society gives us that when we get to our teenage or 14 to 21, like 14 to 15 years old, so like people start telling, find one passion and you have to deep dive into it, learn a lot of stuff, make a profession out of it. But you have been dabbling into multiple domains, so how that has been for you?
Yeah, so basically, I'm generally a person who cannot stick to one thing for a long time. So I had this thing where I still continue everything I do, but then I keep adding on to it. So I used to learn the Latin. I'm still learning, and then I started learning Veena and violin and all that. So I think it's completely all right if you want to learn a lot of domains and instead of just focusing on one. And there's this societal pressure that you have to be focused on one thing and be a pro at it or whatever. But I don't think it's actually necessary, and it's completely fine if you want to go for a lot. You want to learn a lot of things instead of just one. I think it's completely fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Like I have personally started like dabbled into many interests. Even I was like a person who is into all over the place with doing different style type of stuff. But somehow I felt baking was my thing. Uh, I don't know. Somehow I get that really good vibe when I bake. So somewhere I wanted to start off with that. Like only one thing I wanted to kind of focus on that more so that I can get better like expertise, I would say.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. So,
Yeah.
some might want to just, focus on one thing, whereas others might want to, focus on a lot of things, or maybe not focus and just be casual about it. And it's totally fine. You don't have
Yeah.
to be serious about everything in life. So,
Yeah, and that's
that's my
very
take on it.
true. Yeah. Yeah. But seriously we cannot judge like we should have this many interests only. It's like not a fixed
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, totally. I get it. And also,
Yeah, please go
yeah,
ahead.
sure, you go ahead.
Okay. So what about your parents' view? So about this whole thing that sometimes I hear a lot of my grandparents telling she's dabbling into many interests and she's doing like she's being that jack of all but master of none. So what do you feel about it? Like what does your parents felt when you are dabbling into these kind of multiple interests?
Yeah, so I think they were the most supportive people for me, personally, because they were the ones who encouraged me to learn a lot, and they've never restricted me to not learn a certain thing. They're like, even if I want to learn something completely out of my domain, they'll be like, yeah, fine, go try. It's all an experience, kind. So I think in that way, they've been the best parents I could ever ask for. So, but yeah. I mean, looking back at it right now, I think even if they, had restricted me to just learning one thing, I don't think I would have, gone for many stuff, and maybe I would have just stuck to learning one thing. But then, because they had, supported me to this level, I'm able to confidently say that, it's totally fine to have a lot of interests.
Yeah. Okay. But my parents were a little worried that I'll be a jack of all but master of none. Because I was not really fierce about anything. But they were like, okay, it's not that uh, bad or something. They were also encouraging me. they felt that, and even I personally also feel that every domain can kind of explore is always interrelated with other domain too. It's not that if you're learning one domain, you're only sticking to that or something, but you explore, expand your wings, I would say. It's kind of, I sometimes feel even better because I have been kind of exploring writing and also baking at the simultaneously for a period of time. And I felt it kind of coincide with each other, and I started to write blogs about my kind of food blogging, I would say. So yeah, it's like every skill or every domain is interrelated and nothing goes to waste.
I totally agree. And yeah, I think it's just the views of the society that says, you're already 18, come on, focus on life. But, life is to be lived. So I think
Hashtag YOLO.
it's completely fine. Yeah, you could say so. So yeah, I think they need to just take a chill break and then, be fine with it and not just think that, you're already 18, come on, focus on life, focus on one thing. I don't think that's necessary at all.
Okay. So yeah, this is all fine. We can kind of have multiple interests, but somewhere future, like what is your future plans?
So yeah, talking about future. So right now, I'm, more inclined towards studying psychology and all that. So I wanted to do a degree in it, and go to college and all that. So right now, that's what I want to do. If you'd have asked me previously, a year before, I don't think I'd answer the same way. But yeah, right now, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
So maybe in the due course of times, I might change.
That's
I never know, but yeah,
Yeah.
and that's also fine. So, what are your future plans?
Sorry.
What do you want to do? Going forward.
Okay. Presently, as you said, I don't know if it changes or not. Currently, I am kind of seeing my future in the baking domain. So I want to kind of expertise in that only, like especially cakes, I would say, and desserts. So yeah, that's where I see
That's
my.
great. That's really great. It's really interesting.
So what about your other interests? Like you have been doing all of this, you kind of completely change your way towards psychology. So is there any
I couldn't
particularly?
hear you actually. What were you
So
saying?
so you're learning all of this just for the joy of it, or like you want to do something in that, or something like that?
Yeah, I definitely want to do something in it, but um, so it's hard to say. So for instance, I'm learning Veena, and I definitely want to, be an expert in it and kind or something like that. But that's where I see myself. I don't see myself teaching or setting up an institute or something. But I see a core for every passion I continue. But it need not be a really big one as to like I want to become a really professional dancer and uh, tour the world and kind. But it's just a small goal for myself, which I want to achieve. And I have those for every single passion that I follow. So yeah, that's how I, take my passions forward. It's not like I want to, how do I say, go big in everything. I prefer to be the jack of all and be the king of none. I really don't care less.
Yeah, that's
And
absolutely fine too. I agree.
yeah, so and Jack isn't a bad card at all. So
Definitely.
So, what do you feel? Do you think that you should, have one precise goal and then just work towards it, or what do you think?
I feel the ultimate goal is the joy that you get when you do it. So, yeah, you can set small goals, big goals. It, as you said, it's very subjective towards the person and his personal preference.
I agree. It's really subjective. It depends on the person and what their interests are. So
Yeah.
you really can't,
I somehow personally also feel that uh, I, like I should be expert in something too. Like maybe gain a little knowledge or skill through one domain. Like I just like that vibe that you get when you are kind of master in that. Like of
Yeah,
course,
I
if you
agree.
master somewhere, you get that expertise level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like
So
that.
I think you get the expertise, even if you don't intend to actually. So, like, say you're really passionate about something and then you keep doing it, you automatically become an expert in it and without even meaning to. So,
Yes, absolutely. And that expertise can be also for a certain level. You don't have to then go like so much up or something.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it also depends on what the person thing is, what expertise is to the person. So say to me, expertise might be, just doing it to a certain level, but then to another person, it may seem like a child's play. My whole thinking may be like, what? That's what she calls expertise, or something like that. So it's really subjective on the person. You can't really, generalize what expertise is.
So you have been doing all of that stuff. Like I felt, do you even have time? Like how do you manage all of them doing
No,
all of
you
them?
actually, it's a common misconception that if you do a lot of stuff, you won't have time. I mean, technically, you'll be a bit busy, but then you will even have time to binge watch a series. To be honest, so it's
I
not
can
really that hard. I know. So it's equally important to have a balance. If you keep
definitely.
pressurizing yourself to be completely busy, and that in the end of the day you'll just want to not do it anymore. So yeah, personally I've scheduled my classes and schedules for a week and for a month properly, so that I have times breathers and all that, so that I can have space for myself. So I don't, yeah, I might seem a bit busy, but I'm not that busy to a level where I have no time for anything else other than what I generally do. So
Yeah, that's
it's pretty
something I
chill.
love about open learning. It's very flexible.
Yeah, I know.
If you get to
So yeah.
decide what you want to do according to your needs and wants and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. And there's also this common misconception that, if you don't go to school, you're considered to be not busy and you just, whiling away time at home.
I
That's
can
act that
relate to that.
Yeah,
Like
that's
friends keep asking, aren't you getting bored not going to school?
yeah. But it's just absurd to me because you can actually do a lot of stuff, irrespective of school. And now that you're actually responsible of your time, you become more productive because you know that you're the only person who is, scheduling yourself, and there's no one externally to, control your schedule. Kind. So you have to, bring in that self motivation. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there are people outside like, mentors, parents, peers, and whatnot. But still, I think homeschooling gives us this, internal motivation to um, be productive and all that.
Yeah. So of course, in everyone's journey or even my journey, we always have that ups and downs throughout our journey. Like there might be challenges that keep coming. So how do you kind of, is there any major challenges that you have gone, and how did you overcame them or something like that?
Yeah, so the major challenge I felt was, fitting in. I mean, trying to fit in. So because here back in my where I live, there are not many homeschoolers that I know. I mean, I can literally count with my fingers. So I felt a bit, out of place because everyone else was going to school and where I was homeschooled. But that's the real struggle. That was the real struggle for me. But then I when I was in Aarohi, so that kind of subsided because I could find a group of people who are like me, who are homeschooled and who had their own passions. So that really helped a lot. So that was the major point of my struggle. And I
Uh,
wouldn't say struggle. It was kind of, I think, when you sign up for homeschooling, you also sign up for this also because it's not yet, that common in our society to be homeschooled yet. So yeah, there are times when I'm also not motivated to do stuff, and but I think everyone, goes through it, irrespective of being a homeschooler or a school going person or an open learner. Everyone goes through their period of
No
hard
motivation.
time. So it's not like it's because I'm homeschooled that I'm going through all of this. It's because I just
Definitely.
you get the
I
point,
get
right?
it. So how did you kind of overcome that? What do you do when you get kind of no motivation to do all of your tasks or the stress that you get?
Okay, so I would say there's this other advantage of having many passions. So you don't say you don't have motivation to do one thing. You could always jump to the other thing and do it if you have the
Yeah,
interest.
that's
So
actually a
yeah,
good time to
so
say.
I wouldn't say I'm pretty motivated most of the time because like if I say I don't have the mood to go to dance class today, for example, I could always practice Veena at the time or you know do something else which I'm passionate about. So it's not like I being totally unproductive.
Okay,
And yeah, and sometimes I just take a break and then watch a movie, sing,
that's
binge a
also
show.
great.
So yeah, that's what keeps me going. I think there should be a balance between everything. It's not like you can always be productive.
Yeah.
And also, when I cross this period of being unmotivated, I feel like you know, come back stronger, if I can say. So I feel more motivated to do stuff because, I'm rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
yeah. So what do
um,
you?
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I was gonna ask, how do you, overcome this? Uh,
I can totally relate every single word that you said. And seriously, you can copy paste the same words.
yeah. Yeah, that's the perk of being a open learner. You kind of relate to each other a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is all fine. Good, you're doing all of this, but somewhere, how are you seeing your profession? How are you seeing your money part, earning part?
Yeah. So, um, I think here also I have this thing that because I have so many interests, I could literally, if I try, I could earn money through any source. So
Yes.
I could pursue a career in psychology if that's what I want, or I could take up some other passion which I have and then earn through it.
Or
So there's nothing
maybe
like
you have a really different passion?
yeah, totally. So yeah, I don't think that's something I need to fret about right now. So yeah, right now I think it's just up to me to either earn money or something like that, or just focus on building up my skills or building up my passions. Or yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's in fact really the point that you have brought up that you can have now that you have multiple interests that you have explored and you can earn through anything.
yeah, totally. It's
That's
not
nice.
something that you need to decide this early that you have to go to this path, go through this path and only this path and not deviate and all that. I think it's just so much social pressure that everyone's just built upon, but it's totally fine. I mean, according to me, people may have their own views. That's
Definitely
what I think.
okay having multiple interests or kind of sticking into one interest too. Both of them have its own advantages and disadvantages. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. So, what do you think? How do you see yourself professionally, or a career or something like that? What's your take on it?
presently, I really don't have a thought about it. So all I was thinking was this year I am kind of learning how to bake cakes, perfect cakes. So maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe after that I get really satisfied that I'm done with baking and kind of move on to other interests of mine. Or maybe I'll still continue doing this and learn more or get more exposure in baking itself. I don't know. I'll say this after I meet you after the year.
Yeah, totally. So, I think it's just too young to decide upon our whole lives.
Yeah.
So
And it's fine to be confused. It's fine to be uncertain about what you are doing and all, and that's fine. Completely, I feel.
yeah, totally. So you don't have to be perfect always. So yeah.
Yeah. Let me just kind of summarize what we both have discussed. Firstly, I had a really great time. And I can totally relate so much whatever you said. Yeah. So, hmm. So it's fine having multiple interests, and it's okay being like the jack of all and master of none. Uh, and it's fine. And as you mentioned that you can find your profession anywhere in these domains, or maybe other domains of like which came from Mars or something. Or so we don't really have to make our future plan for like kind of plan everything and kind of implement the way it is. And yeah, it's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to be confused. So let's figure out to find passes.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
any points that I missed, you want?
Not really.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you just summed up everything. So
yeah. So okay, like it was nice
yeah,
meeting you.
it
Thank
was
you
nice
for
meeting
coming.
you, Shrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so
So
much.
we'll be having these lives every Tuesday and Friday. So we'll bring up with different people, experts or other people like Sreya, and we'll be talking about each aspect about diversity. So yeah, you can get updated and to join.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Thank you,
it was a
Sreya.
nice talk. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.